Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome back to the alternate pathway of the Age of Wonders 3 campaign, the Elven Court. Just a reminder, this is a what if I had made a different choice in scenario 4 of the campaign and chosen to side with Groshak instead of siding with Nomlik. In our last episode, we continued making our way through scenario 6 and we've eliminated another of our opponents. So in this case, we got rid of Baradir, and now the only two we have left are Leonis and Bren Grimdaughter. And we at least know where some of Bren's territory is. We can see one of her cities. We did capture this one, which belonged to her previously. So we're just going to keep moving and see if we can find her throne city. And then we also can see a little bit of what must be one of hers here as well. So we just have to keep hunting and keep searching. And hopefully, eventually we will find her throne. And then from there, we can converge on Leonis and try to get him out of the game as well. And end things hopefully on a high note. So let's jump right back in and see where we were here. So we were working on our production choices. Looks like that was what we had left, but we do still have some movement with a few of our units. We're going to use Reskar and Groshak to probably just keep going this way, I think, to really try and find Leonis if we can. For now, they're going to just stay put because I think we're going to have them jump into the water. I was considering having Groshak go south to try to perhaps join in with Sundren over here. I just don't know if that's going to be the right move, and I feel like I might have to wait a turn or two just to know kind of what's over here. So, for example, I'm going to send this Grimbeak Crow over here to see what we can find, because I feel like that's going to be important in kind of making that decision. I don't really want to commit to sending Groshak all the way down there if it's only going to sort of, be a bit of a dead end, and we are still going to have to go up north and fight this way. Reskar, though, we're definitely going to send north. So, for now, I feel like maybe we just sit here and we wait a turn, and then we will kind of have more information to work with shortly, I'm hoping. Now, we are going to have this group go into the water here. That is going to happen. We do have to be a little bit cautious, but I think we can do this fairly aggressively here. We're going to get some of our units just back to this city here. We can make landfall, and this city's a little bit too strong for us to capture, but we can certainly go around it and just try to investigate and see what we find up there. We can do a Iron Grip, so we'll throw that on one of our cities that's making Shadow Stalkers here, and Ygendale can do one as well. Here we have Isenvar, so let's do it right here. And we'll just keep throwing them on all our cities that are making us Shadow Stalkers, because that's really what's going to increase our production capability, make them come out a little bit faster in some cases, which would be good for us. Yeah, we'll just keep gathering units over here to cross the water. Okay, so now we've just got production. We have tons of gold to work with, so let's just kind of get some passive increase to our... we'll do a Shadow Stalker here as well. Can do those in 2 turns, which is excellent. A little bit of extra knowledge increase would be good from some of these observatories, so where possible, I will start kind of adding those in. I'm not going to do them all at once, of course, but... So this city now is kind of on the front lines here, so might be worth developing, but really we can do Forge Priest there. I think it's okay to just kind of do merchandise for now. Back to our kind of main area. Some of these smaller cities really... I guess we could do like a laboratory if we needed to. But really, I think merchandise is going to just be the name of the game for most of them. I just don't think it's worth going too crazy here. There we go. So Sarados has Node Serpent and a stack moving up there. Julia won a battle. Boy, having Shadow Stalkers is just so awesome now, though. You can see here we're working on Dark Pact. Of course, when we get that complete, that's going to make a massive difference as well. And again, these used to belong to Baradier, but we don't have to worry about them anymore threatening us, so that is wonderful. Since we got him out of the game, it makes it easier to cross this water. Okay. Speaking of which, it will make landfall. We're going to... Oh, and there's Leonis himself. We might be able to... You know what? We could even just go in and try to attack him directly. I feel like we could win that fight with just these 2 units, honestly. Let's do it. Yeah. If we can get him out of the game, or get him into the void, that's going to be really helpful. Okay. Obviously, the spy drone is potentially dangerous for us, but we're just going to cruise around it here and try to get over and attack Leonis. That's totally fine by me. Now we can get in there and flank him. Nice. Go here. Do some heavy damage. And we can even do a quick dash on our succubus and attack him some more. Oh, nice, and they have regrowth too. Okay, and then we can flank him here. And there we go. That's all we really needed to have happen. I will do another quick dash here. We kind of want to stay away from this spy drone, to be honest. Like, what does overload do? Target deals plus 10 damage until end of combat, but may be stunned for 2 turns after attacking. Don't love that. Can we get away from it? We can. We could just retreat. That would actually be my preference, I think. Because I don't want to lose the succubus, so... We did what we needed to, though. We put Leonis into the void, so... That's wonderful. We've got another iron rip to throw on. Let's figure out where our other cities are that can produce Shadow Stalkers. I think that's up here. Yeah, that's this one here, so throw it on there. There's yet another Shadow Stalker ready to cause havoc. Throw the crow in with him just to move across there. You know what? We'll even group up there, and we'll send this stack across next turn. That's going to be super powerful. We might as well get treasure raiding going again, I suppose. Okay, we're going to skip all this production for now. Because really, we want to get... Yeah, now here's the thing. We want to get Reskar into the water and get him over here. Now, meanwhile, let's scout as best we can. I'm going to go over here because I want to see. This is looking pretty open, and we can grab this next turn. Hang on, can we get... Oh, it's going to be one more turn to get another crow, so no. I'm going to say it'd be nice to have that crow able to assist, but... Okay, this is not the throne, but it's still a city that we're going to... Ooh, it's pretty well defended. Yeah, we're going to need our additional backup here to help. Alright, I think we can still take this. Although we have to be kind of careful. There's a decent number of tier 3 units, actually, when I'm looking at this. Yeah, there's a lot of these evangelists, which means we could lose units to conversion. I don't think we're actually strong enough now that I'm looking at this, so I might actually pull back here. I think we are going to send Groshak over. It's going to take him a while to get there, but it would be good to have the backup. This Sparrowhawk can join up here. Again, they're going to cross the river here shortly, or cross the water. Yeah, they'll just chill for now. Shadowstalker here is going to be moving to support Sundren over there. Rizros over here. Just do merchandise. Oh, you know what? Let's just see. Is there any more movement left? I feel like there's got to be some. No? Okay, I guess that's it. So definitely want to just... We're going to just do Shadow Stalkers in perpetuity at most of these sites that can make them. Just to simplify things a bit. Merchandise here. Actually, hang on. We'll do a laboratory there. Really, the goal is just to try to speed up Dark Pact where we're able to. We'll do a planar gate here, and then that's another place we can make Shadow Stalkers from. Our throne city now finished the palace, which gives us a little bit of extra casting points. I suppose we could do a rogue's palace in our throne. I mean, why not? Pretty cheap. Over here, I think the plan was to do a planar gate. Meanwhile, here, I think we'll just do an observatory, like, again, for that extra knowledge. Same with here. Yeah, and we're still in good shape gold-wise, so... On the coast, we'll just do merchandise. Down here... We'll do a Forge Priest just for the healing, and then send that unit down towards Sundren. Hopefully Sundren doesn't get attacked. I feel like we could be in some trouble here. Interesting. Some of the units are breaking off, going for my other city. It's going to make it easier to attack here. Yeah, they just lost a ton of their defenders. That was a really stupid decision, because now we can just attack. Cast that spell. Yeah, so what we're going to do here is we're just going to initiate this fight here by doing this. This is way easier now. There's only 6 units defending. Then we can turn around and fight the other stack that way, so... Alright, obviously it's still not going to be a super easy battle, as these are all pretty strong units. But I feel like we can just take our time. And we don't have to get too crazy here. So the only real ranged threat is their Trebuchet, which we should be able to get in behind with some of these units. I'm going to throw on the Bestow Iron Heart onto the Succubus, knowing that it's going to probably have to just go right over the wall and do some fighting kind of pretty fast. So Crow in there. Like, unfortunately, this group really doesn't have a lot of strength to it, but like it's not really that powerful. We're just kind of, we have a bunch of units. That's really the only thing. We got a lot of tier 1 units. So we're just going to try and make the best of it here. Yeah, and they're just going to hang back. They don't really have to do anything crazy. We can blast the walls here. Start whittling it down. So let's do that, just so we can get inside. Meanwhile, over here, again, the goal is going to be to get in behind the enemy lines. I realize we didn't have to do that, but I feel like we want to kind of draw them over here as best we can. We could have just gone over the wall right away with the Succubus, but now we've got kind of everybody together, so I feel like it's going to be a little more successful. End it there. Now, we're probably going to take some hits here from the... Okay, now they're going to try and charm us. Yeah, okay, so they converted. I think we might have break control, though, so we might be able to... Pretty sure I grabbed that with Sundren at some point. Let's just confirm if that's the case. Ooh, I do not have break control. I thought I did, but I guess not. So now the trick is we have to kill the Evangelist. And that's not going to necessarily be the easiest thing to do. We'll send our horse in to go after the Trebuchet. Evangelists up here really need to die, because of course we know they can charm us. So... Blast... Or I should say convert, not charm, convert. Ooh, I should have moved up one before I did that. That's too bad. Well, that's fine. We can do this the hard way. Ooh, we took a lot of damage there. That was not ideal. Okay, here we go. Nice. There's the kill, and then we'll protect our unit. Suppose we could just kill our Axeman. I don't really want to do that, though. I'd rather try and get to the Evangelist, so we'll cruise over here, go after him. Sundren can sprint. Ooh, yeah. Hit him with the Assassin Strike. Nice, really good damage. Almost the kill. Ooh, Dispel. Let's do that. Oh, well, there. I could have just done that. That's fine, though. It worked out okay, I think. Oh, and now the Axeman can go over and get the kill. Nice. That's perfect. Okay, now over here, we're probably going to have at least one unit get. Oh, our poor horse is just getting... Interesting. I guess he's just going for the attack. Okay. Fine by me. Horse can just get the kill on the trebuchet, no problem there. And then we just want to cruise over and help our allies. We can do a little bit of damage. Oh, but you know what we could do is we could shadow step in and then give him a breath attack to really put the hurt on him if we wanted to. Oh, that's too bad. There's a line of sight penalty. And because I moved back, yeah, it's still there. Well, here, we can blast the Thane at least. That Thane is going to really mess us up, so I feel like we should probably give him the business while we can. Nice, good kill on the Thane. And then, yeah, we're going to shadow step in like this and give him the breath attack. It's going to kill our Union Guard, but it'll mess up the Evangelist pretty good. All right, and then what we'll do is we'll throw on a curse to try. Okay, at least it reduced some movement. Grimbeak Crow, Axeman can't really do any more. Our Union Guard will just park here in defense mode. Right, that's pretty good. Nice, that's really all we needed, and now we should be able to just whittle this guy down with arrows. Man, that hits hard. Jeez. Yeah, then we can get the kill here, no problem at all. Okay, so really good there. We lost a couple of units, but nothing crazy. And then we can turn around and go after this group, who's still pretty strong, though. I feel like we might actually need to use both stacks to do it, just to confirm that we're going to get that kill. Okay, there's another city up north. Not sure if that is the throne or not, but we'll just keep going because we're making progress here. So we're just going to keep absorbing the cities as we go. I will turn this group around, though. Head down here. And this way we can get this stack dealt with. Hopefully with minimal losses on our side. That was a really odd decision from the computer, from the AI doing that. Sending off one of the stacks and making it much easier for me to kill both groups that way. Okay. So here's a great opportunity to do a lot of damage, actually. Step up and do one more. I'd rather be back. Actually, I don't want to be that far up. Let's go here. Yeah, there. We'll just blast these two. Nice. Nice and easy there. Priest can step up. Well, we can go right here and get the kill. Nice. Okay, that's 2 units dead. Horse really took some punishment in that last fight, so we'll keep it back. Put the crows up in front just to guard a little bit. We should be able to kill these crossbowmen without really any difficulty at all. Yeah, look at that. Then we can let this Exalted have it. Some pretty hefty damage. Might lose one of our longbowmen, but that's fine. Another good hit. You know what we can do, though, is we can try and curse, and that will reduce... Yeah, now they can't get to us, so that's perfect. And the Axeman can just cruise up. Yeah, that worked out super well, actually. Now they can't get to us, and we can just kill them with our arrows. Yeah, so we'll just get the finish with flurry of arrows. You know what? Here, can we step up? Ooh, not enough to get the kill. That's too bad. Oh, you know what? We can just step up and get the kill this way. There it is. Okay, and then our Axeman's gonna go here. Horse gonna just stay back, really. No reason to get it in there. And now we can just start attacking the Evangelists here for some damage. Very nice. We'll just focus on the one that's already hurt. Very good. Succubus can move up. Horse is going to just stay back. You know, we got to survive the conversion attempts. I guess they're not even going to try it. Yeah, I think the Evangelist has mind control immunity, so we're not going to be able to recruit them, sadly. But we can get in behind, get the flank kill there. And then we can really give them the business over here. And move in with Sundren and just assassin strike them to death. Perfect. Yeah, that's excellent. We didn't lose anybody. And basically just took out their armies so that they are now way less of a threat to us. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that went extremely well. Okay, now let's grab this. Interesting. There's just kind of nothing back here, it would seem. Huh. I mean, there could still be something in this bottom corner, I suppose, but yeah, might be worth getting another crow in there over here just to see what's going on that side of things. All right, we got Shadow Stalkers galore. We're going to set this city to also just keep producing them infinitely. And yeah, we'll just send them over to get things going here. And this one, we're going to do the same thing. We just have to remember that they're there, because otherwise they're just going to be in just kind of a holding pattern. Because these units are camping to guard the city, so just have to remember that, that's all. You know what, we'll just add this guy into this group here. This one can just cruise across here. Might as well clear out whatever this is. Let's do it in auto combat. Oh, they lost our crow. Oh well. We can kill off this stack of units here, no problem. Ooh, took some heavy damage, but we got the job done. And then here we can move on over, clear this out. Right, and then grab the haste berries. Ooh, this city we can take without issue. Do an auto combat. Nice, got it done, and we even got a unit to help us, so absorb that. Very good. This one's just a little bit too strong, but I feel like with our Shadow Stalker combined force that's coming that way, we're going to be okay. I'm going to send the crow over as well to join in. Okay, we're going to just skip the rest of our production. Ooh, okay, I missed Reskar, but we definitely can still move, which is good. Okay, yeah, more cities up here, obviously. Okay, so Reskar is going to loop around this way and make landfall in here, I think. And Grow Shack. Grab the haste berries. Just keep moving along the road. Shadow Stalker's just doing its thing, getting in there. That's going to be our movement, I guess. So now it's just going to be kind of business as usual. Here's another one that can do Shadow Stalkers, and we'll do that permanently as well. Throne City can now do a planar gate. This little coastal city. Let's get a shrine. End it there. Really, we just need to figure out where these throne cities are, and then I think we can end this thing, hopefully. So we've really got the momentum on our side for sure. As we talked about in the last episode, there is no underground, so we don't even have to worry about looking in there. Okay, yeah, let's just keep moving up the road here. Okay. Now, you know what we can do, actually? I was going to summon it over to go here, but let's just do it here. And then we can go take a peek at some of these cities. So there's a city of Brens. Grab this. Is that a throne? It is, and boy, it is pretty well defended. A lot of evangelists, crusaders. There's even a shrine of smiting. Ren herself has now respawned, and there's some territory belonging to Leonis. So yeah, we definitely want to send our units. I get the feeling too that we're going to get stonewalled up here, and Reskar won't be able to really do much of anything. Still don't think it was the worst thing. Oh, but look at that. There is... Okay, we can do this then. So there is a city up here we can go and attack. Okay, we'll move in. We'll grab that little fort there. This little guy's going to join in the group. This group's going to go over here and make landfall. And then we will... we'll send our little scout over. And these guys can group up. And then they'll get some healing from the priest at least, so that's good. Shadow Stalkers are just going to be sent in. Yeah, let's do another crow, actually. I want to see more of what's going on. Trying to get our mana up so that we're going to need to make a couple of temples, I think. Oh, nice. We can do tier 2 units here. Do a Dwarven Pike Guard, maybe. House Carl. I feel like we probably don't even need to, but you know what? Let's do it anyway. We'll do a House Carl here. Rizros. Temple now, yeah. So that improves our mana situation. We need to get greater capacity. That's the thing. We need to get that up to 1,000 at least. Then maybe I can get that bonus for having 1,000 and 1,000. Although with how much I'm producing of Shadow Stalkers, that might not be possible. Because I'm just spending money like it's going out of style here. So Reskar. Well, yeah, let's go around. We're gonna just go up here. I was gonna raid these structures, but we're just gonna go straight for Leonis if we can. We could do this tomb, I guess, on the way through. Although, really, at this point, I don't even really want to. I think we just ignore it. We're out for blood. Really, that's the goal at this point. Is just go for the kills. There we go. All right, so... Ooh, interesting. Some Terror Lizards, a level tier 3 animal unit. That's cool. Sort of like a T-Rex almost. Yeah, so we're just going to have to converge on Bren up there and see if we can make things happen. We got this little Forge Priest. Crow up here is just going to stay put. Shadowstalker here is moving in. That's going to do it. So we'll end the turn there. I would love to find Leonis's throne now that we know where Bren's is. I'm guessing his is just somewhere up in this kind of fog up here. So we'll just press and see if we can get to it. Alright, so he's got a couple of units here that I feel like we could take it pretty good advantage of. We'll just get rid of them. Nice, that's a good battle. Yeah, we can fight these guys on the way through here. Alright, there's a good opportunity to do some auto combat. We did lose our stalwart, but no problem at all for us. And we gained a Silver Thane, which is pretty powerful. And then, yeah, we want to get on land and then just start moving in. There's a city belonging to him. I just want to check our quests here. What else do we have? Vanquish this. We have to kill these two. Unblock the teleporter. We do have to figure out how to do that, I guess. Yeah, this group's going to keep moving forward. There we go. City awaits its fate. We'll just absorb it as we've been doing to every city as we go past. We'll do a temple here. Let's get an observatory. Sure, why not? Observatory here. We can do Shadowstalkers. Sure, why not? They're going to be kind of far from the front lines of battle, but that's okay. Oh, nice. This city we can do Firstborns. I didn't realize that. That's going to be really helpful. I mean, not that they're not really going to be able to get to the fighting, but that's okay. Here in all is now pretty stacked, really. We could do Shadowstalkers here. I'm going to do a Shrouded Altar first, though. Here we can do Shadowstalkers as well. We don't have the gold for that one this turn. That's okay. Really, you can see, like, we are at a point now where we have just a massive supply of Shadowstalkers. We're going to get this upgrade soon, which is going to make them even more disgusting. So really, I think we're in pretty good shape. Wouldn't mind seeing what's over here. City is decently defended, but not crazy. So why don't we just go take it? Because we're going to need to wait for reinforcements anyway before we can do anything too crazy. Oh, we can't. I don't think we can do this fight just yet. Yeah, we have to wait one turn. We'll grab this and then go sit back on that watchtower just to keep eyes on what's going on. Meanwhile, Oshak is just going to keep on moving. Shadowstalkers are getting closer to being able to help. I feel like once they're in the mix, this thing just becomes pretty automatic. Nice. Okay, we didn't lose anybody. That's perfect. These sort of inconsequential battles, I'm just going to do auto combat at this point. But when it starts getting to the big sieges, I'll of course do them myself. There we go. Another one. Perfect. Yeah, we're just going to get as many up there as we possibly can. Just going to have them all converge over here. Some of them are even heading for the teleporter, I guess. There we go. Okay, yeah, this one we want to just get across the water. What's that domain invasion? Oh, just this unit. Nothing to really worry about there. We do have a crow we can summon, and I wouldn't mind putting it here and then just cruising in to see what we can see. This is pretty well defended, honestly. Not going to be an easy fight, that's for sure. Now we'll leave our crow there just to keep scouting for us. And then for spells, let's do an Iron Grip. And we'll just throw that on... Oh, I don't know. At this point, it doesn't really matter. Throw it on our throne, sure. Might as well just keep it going. Okay. So now we can attack this city here. We will do that happily. Oops. Oh yeah, we got to do it this way. There it is. Okay, so really just a lot of kind of tier 1 not super great units. We do have to be a little bit careful because there is a decent amount of ranged potential there, so we just got to be mindful of that. But really, I don't think we have to worry all that much. Just, you know, play it cautious, but not ridiculously cautious. Ooh, I moved up just a touch too far, I guess. I actually wanted my units to be out of range of their ability to hit me from the wall. And then I was just gonna... Oh, but you know what? No, this makes sense. Now I can just go up here, though, and do this. Yeah. That's totally fine, and then we could probably get the kill like this. Yep. Okay, and then we will get up on the wall here. There. Go up here and throw a curse on the tunnel sweeper, who's really our biggest threat. Crows can go over. They're going to take some hits, and that's fine. Axeman can go back here. Sundren can go here. That should be good. Ooh, that tunnel sweeper. Maybe I put myself in a bad spot. Ouch! Alright, we tanked it without too much trouble, though, thankfully. Okay, so... Oh, now this is good. We can just charge in there. In behind. Get the flank kill. Throw our birds in there. Sure, why not? Let's go tie up the archers. Flank the prospector. Trebuchet, I don't know if it can. No, it's out of range, so we'll just have to keep moving. Good damage there. A little bit more, maybe. Nice. Sundren is now in the mix, and so that means we can do this. Good damage. Now this tunnel sweeper obviously is a little bit dangerous. Would be nice to get rid of it if we can. Perfect. Would have also been nice to try to seduce it, but I don't think it was really worth the risk. Let's go for the Axeman. Nice, we got lucky. Take that. Ooh, try to dispel it and failed. poor Grimbeak Crow died. That's fine, though. Kill the Prospector, and I think we're good to go. Alright, so there's another city of Brens we've captured. Very nice. Ooh, well, actually, we haven't captured it yet. We'll just do that. There we go. So now, as you can see, we have much better vision of what's going on. This is looking like Leonis' throne is probably right here somewhere. And I think we're going to be able to get to it, actually, by going over this way, so that's kind of nice. Yeah, we can definitely do some stack rebalancing now that we've got kind of a better mix. We definitely want more healing in this group. And I think I want the Shadowstalkers in with Reskar, so let's do that. And then there. Like this. Actually, you know what? If we get rid of the spider, put the succubus in there, this stack, if we get rid of the spider, it's going to be a totally flying, entirely flying stack, which is pretty powerful. Let's do that. Well, as much as I want to keep the spider in this group, I think it's actually better to have it not in that group. We can put the crows in there. Yeah, that's pretty darn good. And then next turn, we can lay siege to the city up here. So go like this, like that. They've got one healer. They could probably use more because we got 3 healers in this stack. Maybe want to rejuggle that just a little. Here, let's take one of the infantry away. Add one more healer. There, I feel like that's a little bit better. Got another tier 3 unit here in this Silver Thane. Let's get him into the mix as well. Yeah, and then next turn we can lay siege to this city. It's going to be really good. Okay. Production. Yeah, we do want a temple. We are spending mana like crazy. Not that we're really having any trouble, but most of these cities, again, I think we don't even really need to produce anything. Because we've got... Once we get these Shadowstalkers in there, I feel like we're going to be in such good shape. And then with Groshak moving in as well. Nice. Okay. Iron Grip we can just throw on wherever. I think there's other cities producing. Oh yeah, here, we'll do it on the Draconian city. Let's get another one. Who else can we move? Still move Sundren. Crow can... Oh yeah, let's do that. There, we'll capture that. Reflective Pool. There's another city of Brens over here, but it looks like it's a small one. Might even just be a fort. I'm not totally sure. So let's kind of start moving over here. We don't want to get too aggressive because obviously we aren't strong enough to do this fight on our own yet. In fact, let's stay back a little bit, but we can hang out there. We're basically just going to wait for reinforcements now. Okay, they're going to be there in the next couple of turns, so... Shadowstalker over here. It's going to move on through. This crow is going to just keep going. Okay, there's a flame tank guarding this little fort. Alright. Silver Thane is good. You know what, this guy, rather than going that way, let's just go down here. Try to help over there. Okay. Now this city, pretty close to the front lines, but can't really make anything super useful other than the Boar Rider. Yeah, I think it's fine to just do merchandise. This city will just permanently do merchandise. Guildford, same thing, I think. Over here, we could do a temple. End the turn there. Yeah, they're really dug in over here at the throne. One thing we can maybe do is optimize how we try to... Oh, but now they grouped up. I was going to say, like, you can try to bring only certain units into the fight, but it's going to be a little bit harder now. Okay, there we go. So we'll do this, this, this. There we go. So now we're just waiting for... Basically for Groshak to get over here to assist. Proposal, open borders and a peace treaty. Absolutely. Happy to do it. Oh yeah, we can do this siege here, so let's make this happen. This shouldn't be too tough for us here. It's going to bring 1, 2, 3, 4, all of them in. Yep. We may as well use our Beast Horde, honestly. Yeah, he's going to hit us with some spells. We may as well use ours. So, we're going to call Beast Horde right off the bat here. Nice. Oh, wow. The Dire Vulture can go right over the wall, so that's good. Sucks that there's this Dragon Oil. That's going to be a little bit annoying to deal with, but it's really not the end of the world. We'll throw on a Bestow Iron Heart onto our Shadow Stalker. He does need a little bit of extra healing. Same one here. Very good. We can throw maybe it on one of our knights as well. Wouldn't mind maybe having it on my Dread Spider. Just going to go up over the wall. And then this knight as well, cruising in. Yeah, really, we've got a lot of, like, sort of cannon fodder-esque units who I don't really care too much about. Not that I want to just, like, throw them away willy-nilly, but... okay, the bulk of their force is kind of over there, so... Succubus can maybe go over here. Yeah, sure, throw on a curse, why not? You can be a little bit fast and loose with it, really, at this point. X-Man can cruise up. I feel like that's pretty good for us here. Ooh, Silver Thane, I kind of forgot about him. And this Shadow Stalker also sort of forgot about. Definitely want to charge them in. Alright. Really good there. Oh yeah, I mean, look at all these animals. Oh, he disjuncted it. Okay, well, good for him. Doesn't matter. He's still going to lose this fight most likely, but that was the smart play because it at least gives him a bit more of a fighting chance. Obviously, the Flame Tank is a bit of a threat to my Shadow Stalkers because they don't have... Ooh, Immolated. That sucks. They don't have that fire protection, so... Definitely want to try to deal with that if we can. Send in the Vulture to try to get over the wall here shortly. Spider can get up on the wall. Nothing else. It's a good way to just kind of be a bit of an annoyance. Alright, Priest can move up. Spitting Spider move up. Dire Warg's advancing. Let's go take on that cannon. Silver Thane down here. There's nobody to bother him, so he can just go up the wall. Alright, and then we will send in our Shadow Stalker here. Priest can move up. Reskar definitely needs to move up. Can do a heal here. Importantly, we can't use Nourishing Meal on our Shadow Stalkers, and that sort of makes sense because they're not a unit that would work on, I guess. They can't really eat because they're sort of like elemental units. We'll rotate our Succubus over that way. Oops, I didn't want to put this one in defense. I wanted him to move up. I think we're pretty good. Just kind of doing our final movement here. Awesome. Now we're going to take some punishment this turn, especially the Flame Tank's going to blast us, yeah. Oh, geez, that was poor lineup of my units. Man. Kind of brutal on my part there. Oof. Yeah, okay, well, really getting lit up pretty good. So what did we lose there? Oh, it was... Okay, it was like our priests and stuff that were lined up. Thankfully now we can just go in pretty aggressive here. Knight can bust this gate down. Yep, there it is. Feel like probably best to use this snowboar kind of aggressively and charge in there. I was going to say would be nice to get rid of this cannon, but it's not reloaded, so there's no rush. There. And our priests have already done all their healing, so I feel like these can just run. I don't need them to... I don't want them dying for no reason. On this side of things, let's get that Thane up on the wall. He is infantry, so he should be able to do it. And with our Axeman. Shadow Stalker time, I think. Yep. Ooh, we can get in there here. Let's go like this. Nice. And then step up here. Oh, very good. Nice. Look at that big, huge damage amount there. That was great. And then we can step up here and get the kill. Nice. Charge into the gate. Get up on the wall. We're going to take this flame tank damage, which sucks, but... Light up that musketeer a little bit. Sure, why not? We'll throw a curse on him. Sure, why not? And then we can park right in behind. Dire Vulture. Ooh, I forgot about the Dire Vulture. Might as well go hit the cannon, I guess. Spitting Spider. And then the Boar. We'll just charge in. Attack there. Okay, this is what's going to hurt us the most right here. Ouch! Yeah, you can see that really tore up my Shadow Stalkers. A lot of their units are reloading. Makes sense. Oh, they can't. I thought these guys could climb walls. Oh, they just have pass wall. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. Well, there we go. Charge in. Oh, I should have done a seduction attempt maybe, but... Get the kill there. These two are in kind of rough shape, so I don't necessarily want to just, like, get super aggressive with them necessarily. Send our knight in. Spider can get the kill on the cannon. Archer might as well just run. He's in horrible condition. Ward can get in there and get the kill there. Might as well berserk the rampage the Thane. Light up that flame tank. Now, we know when it dies, it's going to explode, right? Which is not super desirable. Especially since we're going to be killing it with a melee unit. Oh, it died in the fire. Whoops. Let's use the one that has more health, I guess. Okay, we survived it. It's not the worst thing. Oh, nice. And then we can still get in there to mess up his hero. Good. Nice. Good kill from the Shadow Stalker. All right, and then really all that's left now is, I think, this unit in the back. So let's just get in there and mess them up good. Nice. Nice and clean. We did lose the crow, and that's pretty much it. So, yeah, let's grab the city here. Musketeer that's left. Well, sure, we can do that fight. We don't even have to bring everybody. And you know what? This is a great opportunity to get some good healing done for my Shadow Stalkers, who took a bit of a lick in there. Send the Thane in. This guy's obviously gonna have to hang back a little bit. All right. Cruise up here. We'll do a nourishing meal on ourselves. And one thing we are going to do is we're going to throw on Rampage there. Alright, so let's cross the fire knowing we're taking the damage. That's fine. Go for the curse. Ouch. Okay, and then can we just... Oh, yeah. Let's go for that seduction, actually. There it is. Perfect. Oh, and there's some items here. Really good sword. Wow. Actually, an improvement over what we currently have, so just do that, and then we can sell off what we were using before. Holy symbol, I don't think... Oh yeah, Sundren could use one, so we'll send it to her. Alright, and now we can just keep the momentum going here. Like this. Nice. Thane in that stack. Alright, yeah, we'll just keep on trucking. I'm gonna throw a one of the priests into this group, even though it's gonna reduce their ability to move. I'm doing that just because I want more healing. Alright, that's pretty good. Nice. So yeah, we're making good headway into Leonis' territory. In terms of where to throw this, I mean, game, we have tons of options. I feel like here's a good one. Oh yeah, here, and this one's just sitting doing nothing, so we just have to remember that. This guy we want up here to help. You know what? I think this is a great place to end the episode, actually, now that I'm looking at it. So really the big thing is just getting our reinforcements in here to be able to siege Bren's throne city. And then we're closing in on where I assume Leonis's throne city is, right in here. So I'd say this is pretty close to being finished, you know, barring any kind of major disaster. So we'll save it here. Call this one episode 61. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.